Hey, everybody. It's the Bleeding Burgundy podcast, and I can't find my fucking. There it is.
Let's get this show going, man.
Welcome to the Bleeding Burgundy podcast, a Washington Commanders podcast for fans by fans, with your hosts, Jesse Martin.
The Cowboys are finished, you understand me?
John Taman.
Pull down my trousers and do your job.
Scott Hartley.
Well, that was dreadful.
And occasionally, Keith Gray.
So many social engagements, so little time.
And now, your host.
Hey, that's me. I'm your host. I'm John Taman. I have a message for our good hosts at StreamYard, of which we pay month to month to use. I would like it if you would consider possibly putting a button up near the stream button for the opening of the show, so I don't have to turn it on and then go looking around for to scroll up and down and move around to get to the theme opening of the show. I can just go click, and that's that, and I won't end up looking like such a sloppy mess every day.
Email would have done fine there, John.
I know it would have done fine, but nobody opens emails anymore.
Strongly worded letter to his local MP.
There you go. I'll send it to the county commissioner. All right. Anyway, that's my friend over there being an asshole. That's Jesse with his hat on backwards. Welcome to the Dan Quinn era, sir.
Yeah. How do you do?
You are a bundle of fucking energy. I hope we can contain him today, Scott.
I know.
Anyway, down here at the bottom, of course, our good friend from Barrow in Furnace, UK, Scott Hartley. How's it going?
Yeah, good. Okay, not too bad. Bit miserable here as always, but hey, that's it. It's not a lot going on.
All right, well, February in Barrow and Furnace, I guess it's a bit miserable.
Sideways rain and cold. Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, fuck all that. I'll tell you what, though, after last week, though, I'm glad that they allowed you and Britain to be back on a podcast. I didn't know if they were going to revoke your license or anything.
Wow.
Although you were the adult in the room, I must say. You were such a chaperone. I was getting a kick out of it. All right, so that's coming up later on. We'll talk about all of that. We did have ourselves a visit to a fine London pub last week, and we're going to have some highlights. But first, all right, hey, we got Commanders coaching.
Bollywood.
Hello, Scott. What's up, Paul? Hey, I'll tell you what. I thought that the coaching hires that we're putting together is an all-star staff. It's an all-star staff that's a no-name all-star staff. I mean, it's
the dream team of coaching staff.
It is, but it's not like, it's not like they're pulling in every name that they can find. Some of these guys, you have to do a little bit digging and know what you gotta know.
Coaches are calling Dan Quinn to ask for jobs. Like,
dude, they've got a nice.
Is this reality? Is this fucking reality?
Well, this is a Commanders fan in the offseason, dude. We love the offseason, don't we? We love the offseason.
Winning off the field, baby. Winning off the field.
The thing is this. When you look at some of these people that are out there that, they look at a hire, like, for example, Larry Izzo. I love that hire. Brian Johnson. We love that hire. People are bent out of shape. Oh, I hate that hire. And it's like, why? You don't understand why. To me, when I look at this coaching staff, it's looking so good. The names that they're pulling in, the experience level that they're pulling in, the youth also that they're pulling in, guys that they're given a chance to. When I see a name like Bobby Johnson, it's a head scratcher that you wonder what the fuck, man. Everybody could get past the Giants' offensive line. Everybody could do that. You look at that, but compared to everything else, you have to say, well, I guess they must know what the hell they're talking about. Scott, what do you think of that?
I agree with it to some extent. Obviously, the last 2 years of the Giants under Bobby Johnson as the O-line coach hasn't been very good at all. I mean, is that the picks that they've taken, or is it his coaching style? I mean, Evan Neal
a lot
hasn't
of
worked
injuries
out
over there too.
Yeah, Evan Neal hasn't worked out. Andrew Thomas hasn't necessarily worked out. I would probably take it back further and go, let's look at what he did in Buffalo, and then say, right, was he good enough in Buffalo, and why did Brian Daboll take him across? Also, the other thing you've got to think about is Brian Daboll is an absolute megalomaniac. I mean, he is, all over the spot. I mean, firing Wink Martindale, getting rid of everybody he could possibly get away from. And it seems like he runs the show. It's his ship and it's his train set. Let him play with it. So I'm quite happy with who they've got in. The other guy they got in as the assistant offensive line coach is a former tackle. for the Steelers, won a Super Bowl as well. I mean, Darnell Stapleton, it is. Yeah, or Darnell Stapleton. So, yeah. He's had the last 2 years at the Gators as the O-line's coach there, right guard with the Steelers, and he started in the Super Bowl. So, you can't be. If these are the guys who are actually on the field coaching our offensive line, then I'm going to say, well, okay, we've got to give these guys a shot. You know what I mean? And it looks like succession planning is there throughout all of these coaching hires. And that for me is something that we spoke briefly about a week or so ago is if you've got a good coaching setup, then you're going to get people poached. But what it looks like they're running here with Adam Peters is they're running a scheme where we're going to have, okay, if this person gets poached, it's next man up mentality who can still run the same system and keep it going. That's why that's why, like, when you're looking at Brian Johnson hire,
that's one of my favorite hires right there. Actually,
that's an OC of the future. You Anthony Lynn could be an OC of the future.
The other favorite
Pritchard to be Pritchard in a couple of years could be there or thereabouts. So this is really good continuity is the word I'd use here. It's continuity and succession planning. Any big business, any field of any work does this. It's about that, and that's what they're doing off the field, and it's trying to win off the field. So no, I'm good, man. I'm good with it. I'm good with exactly who they've hired. Well, and the other thing that we've got, John, sorry, mate, is they've all got they've all got links. Either they know each other from other organizations, but they're not all from one coaching tree.
Well, it's a good thing because the Cowboys blocked a few of ours, so otherwise there would be quite a few more.
Al Harris is still going to somehow get across here. I can see it now.
I mean, look, it was two more. Even if they brought in the other two, I mean, who cares? The fact of the matter is, we got coaches from pretty much every other NFC East team.
We pulled coaches. Yeah,
to me is a plus right there.
And from the Raiders, we got San Francisco. We got some coaches.
It's in coaches that we got were from pretty much winning teams. Besides, I think Bobby Johnson, and then you had some up and comers. Like William Gay, the old defensive back that played with.
Good hire.
I thought that was an excellent hire. And I'm glad they kept Tavita Pritchard. I think he was thought highly of before coming to Washington last year. And there was other teams that were trying to, take him away, wanted them to come, coach quarterbacks for them.
Yeah, I heard that the Titans were. I heard that the Titans were after him this season. That they'd inquired. So
for all of Sam's faults, he threw for a fuckload of yards. And what I think with him and with Bobby Johnson, what you see specifically is they're going to prioritize the quarterback position, which instead of it making it an afterthought like Ron did for so many years, we're going to try to just bring in a veteran that knows how to do what they're doing. We're going to go out there and we're going to prioritize it. We saw Cliff Kingsbury, and look, I'm going to warn you. I'm going to call him Cliff Kingsbury forever, but that one I got out properly. We saw the press conference the other day with him and Witt. Man, I'll tell you what, Witt. All right, look, our friend on Twitter, Big Simple 422, otherwise known as Henry, put this up, and I thought it was perfect. I think he speaks for all of us.
Oh, let's go! Oh, man, it feels great. It feels great.
Yeah.
I love the enthusiasm.
He's in the chat with us today as well. So big shout out to you, man.
Yeah.
Good show, man. I like that. I tell you what, though, these green screens. I don't know what the fuck's up with that shit.
Well, no, I mean, Witt was, his enthusiasm and listen,
it's more than that. It's the accountability.
Yeah, absolutely.
First thing he said was, if we fail, if a player's no good, that means the coach is no good. Oh, still my beating heart.
Yeah.
I mean, damn, right then and there, I felt like fucking Henry, boy. I tell you what.
Oh, let's go. Oh, man, it feels great. It feels great.
No more do your job.
We're
No
doing
more of that shit.
We're gonna keep that.
Oh yeah.
Big simple. We're gonna keep that. So every time we win,
Yeah.
we're playing that. That's
right.
100%.
Appreciate
100%. And I hope it's played a lot in the next few years. That's what I'm saying.
that. So
But yeah, I completely agree with you, John. You know, I didn't watch it last night because I was doing the other show, and I looked at it and thought, you know what, I'm on the show. I could see it was live, and I thought, I'll watch this back. And everyone was going mental in the chat saying, this is unbelievable. You'd run through a brick wall for this guy. And I agree. I mean, I watched it back afterwards and thought, yeah, you know, it was the question that got me. I mean, Keim, I don't think he was being off the cuff or trying to get a rise, but he was like, oh, what makes you think you're ready for this? And he's like, I've been ready. I was like, yeah. All right, yeah. I've been ready since
he's definitely got the
2015.
confidence, man, and that's
100%.
definitely appreciated. And even Kingsbury which was a total different, feel to his press conference. I liked what he said. You know, it felt like he's been there before. He's like, I'm not going to say too much. I don't need to say too much. I don't want to get into trouble, and I respect that. But I like the fact that when Kingsbury was talking, like, hey, it's not necessarily the air raid offense. It's not what we're doing. You have to adapt. Right. That was my favorite thing. When he said that line, hey, things change all the time and you have to keep up or you're not going to be here. That right there struck a chord with me. And I really think that I'm glad. I think we're going to be really happy with this hire. And I know people are like, these offense coordinators that come in, and they can be gone 1 year. Well, I don't think that's going to be the case with Cliff Kingsbury. It might take a couple years before he might get plucked. But, like John was saying earlier, we have a line of succession, whether
I
it's
didn't say that.
Brian
Scott said that.
or, okay. Well,
I'm not that smart. You kidding me?
Brian Johnson,
be a line of succession
being
goes
made
from
the assistant
Sohoy
head
to
coach.
Oreos.
You got some, really young and up and coming coaches also as assistants that I think is going to be really good for this team that could also relate to some of these players too for being young. And I'm glad they kept Kerrigan as well.
I am too, because
Totally
he's
agree.
still learning as a coach. And I did the Cowboys hire Ganina? So
yes,
They did. They did.
So
They did.
we did a little
Look
spit
at-
swapper.
Pete has nailed it in the chat there. The line about going home at the same time every day because coaches are staying late after some losses means you're cheating. It's right. He said, why are you staying late on a night? I'm going to give you everything I've got. And I was like, wow, okay. Yeah. This is the guy. I love the fact that he said, not like bringing it out on him. He said, look, I'm dyslexic. People learn in different ways. Someone's a visual learner. Someone's more tactile learning. Someone's more, you can't just sit there. And it seems like this has happened. Draw plays on a whiteboard, give bloody Percy Butler 4 different playbooks and say, get on with that.
Yeah,
I mean,
figure that out.
Now, this is
decide what
this
you're
isn't
supposed to
what
be
we
doing
need
on
to
any
be
given
doing.
play based on all 4 of these fucking playbooks.
And the funny thing here is, John, is this goes back to Dan Quinn's press conference, and it goes back to, all of these press conferences have got that theme where they're saying if we're not putting people in positions and they have to think, it's gone, it's too much. We'll take that play out. They have to play fast and immediate, and that is what I want to hear. The word violence has been 3 times now in press conferences. I'm like, okay,
I'm fine with that.
If that's what we're going to do,
we're going to throw our bodies around violently. And, that sounds great. But to me, the overall thing that I hear that has me moving around like Henry was in his video there is accountability. All right. They're going to teach. I hear teachers there. All right. They're going to, we're going to teach you how to throw your body around violently and play without thinking, to be able to play instinctively with what we're trying to do, to be able to, God damn it, man. Gang tackle, swarm to the ball. Those are words that you love to hear, but around our team, you just turnovers, right? And if that doesn't happen, then it's the coaches. They look at themselves and they say, we have to teach you better. Not do your job, not stand there on the sidelines with a fucking Microsoft goddamn pad and say, look, dummy, you don't do that. Now, Jack Del Rio, you're fucking sitting home playing golf. We're getting ready to run through a wall for Joe Witt, and we're getting ready to play with Dan Quinn. And I guarantee you we're going to do a hell of a lot better simply based on the fact that these goddamn players are going to be treated like adults. They're going to be treated like players that are new to the league or are coming to the league or are in a system that has a support system of coaches, which that's across corporations wide, man. And if you got a good support system and you got good teachers teaching your people what to do, you are going to succeed. And I tell you what, I'm fired up. I'm fucking fired up. And I'm going to play him one more time. So here, once again, Big Simple 422.
Oh, let's go. Oh, man, it feels great. It feels great.
Tell you what, that
last part.
I tell you,
Yeah, you gotta cut that.
That was going to be our little stinger right there. I like that one because I got.
I love that sweatshirt too. That hoodie. I think I'm gonna have to get me one.
Yeah, it's nice. Jesse, you put a question to me and Scouse last night on the 1 Point Safety Show, and you said, "Isn't it nice? We're talking about nothing but football in the off season."
Yeah,
you're absolutely right. Isn't it amazing that we're just sitting here going, everything seems to be going well in the organization? There's not the DEA raiding the facility.
Peaches and cream right
we
now.
We don't have any of this shit. I mean, look, like I said for 3 or 4 weeks now. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We're like we said for 3 or 4 weeks now. We just got to be patient. I don't want to be patient. This is making me fired up even more. I don't want to be patient. After
the best news is, dude, as you get older, you don't need as much patience because the time goes by, dude. It's almost time for free agency. I mean, it'll be here before you fucking know it. 10 years ago, 20 years ago, I was like waiting for Christmas. Oh my god. Where's Dan Snyder's jet? I don't want to hear about where our team jet is for free agency. I'm going to be interested to see how they handle this shit. I don't want to do anything like fucking. Like Ron did with just, okay, fellas, look, we've only got a little bit of money. Remember where we parked? And, everybody gets a couple of pennies to go out and stick them in the slot machine, right? No, let's go out and do some fucking shopping. I had said before, I guess we're going to start to see here soon the names of the people who are going to be re-signed. We'll start to see that, I guess, within the next 3 weeks. I'm looking at a lot of these edge rushers because I don't think most of them are going to make free agency. Most of them are going to stick with their teams. But, man, there's some good names out there.
There is. I mean, Josh Uche, Daniil Hunter, they're two I want immediately. And they're not going to be amazingly high contracts. You can probably get both of them for the price of a Josh Allen or a Brian Burns.
What about with the Eagles saying that they would let, what's his name, Riddick?
Hassan Reddick. Yeah.
Hassan Reddick. Man, that dude is a player.
He's a baller.
Why would they let him do that? I don't understand. I mean, I'm not going to question Howie Roseman. He knows when.
It's cap. It's money. It's paying people. You got to remember, Philadelphia, and Scouse brought this up. Philadelphia are going to be in the hole big time because this is the first year of Jalen Hurts' contract. They didn't have that last year. He was on his rookie deal.
Carl Lawson is also a free agent as well.
Carl Lawson, yeah, great player.
The Jets just informed them that they're going to void their contract. So that's another DN. That's a possible
one I really want that's more of a linebacker hybrid, kind of Micah Parsons type, but he has been playing off the edge is Bryce Huff out of the Jets. He is unbelievable as a player. I think very underrated as well.
And people may laugh at this, but Jamin Davis is going to be
I think he's good about
his athletic ability, and he's about the same size as Micah Parsons. I could very well see Witten and Dan
Ken Norton Jr.
really work
Ken
up
Norton Jr.
Yeah, look, I think Jamin Davis is going to have a big year.
He could
he's going to be one of those players that are going to move around, and he's going to be a playmaker because he's so quick, he's so athletic.
They're going to take that freaking tablet and they're going to show it to him, and then they're going to throw it over there, and they're going to say, "Hunt, go get him, go get him, Hunt." Look, I'll tell you what, Scott. You didn't answer my question on the 1 Point Safety Show, and I thought it was a very
I did. About the head, about the forehead. Yeah, we did.
How heavy is Ken Norton's forehead? Yeah, I mean it caves in his whole face, dude. I'll tell you what.
It is a big old forehead. That fair play, but
he's an aggressive player, aggressive coach. I like aggressive linebackers. throughout the history of my life, going all the way back to when I was a little kid, brand new Redskin fan in like 1970. My first freaking favorite players and my favorite players all the way up have been linebackers until very recently, because we don't have any fucking linebackers thanks to the 2 idiot linebackers that were in charge of our linebackers. I love linebackers, and I can't wait to see this happen, because even though I can't stand the Cowboys, dude, when Ken Norton Jr. took that fucking Kenneth Davis, the running back from the Bills, at the 2-yard line and throated him, he freaking yoked him right up underneath the Adam's apple and shoved him back at the 2-yard line, and that game was over. I know I'm old, and I know I remember that shit, but I'm telling you right now, that was in the first quarter. I think it was the Bills' first drive, and that was the end of it. That was the end of the game right there. Ken Norton Jr. stopped that man, and that was that. Anyway, enough of all that. I'm very excited about Ken Norton Jr. being here to coach our line.
It's going to be an interesting free agency. Massive interesting free agency. There's a lot of things we could do here. I mean, we were talking about it yesterday. Rob Rogers, is this the first time he's ever had money to spend, and an ownership group that actually does have money as well, and he's not being told to penny pinch, as you said, John. So get that shopping cart filled up, because there's a lot of holes that we can fill.
I think we need to pump the brakes on thinking that we're going to go buck crazy on fucking free agency. Listen, 2
I'm not saying that
big name players.
Look, it's the linebacker market. Okay, we could use a veteran linebacker. We could, because even though I think Jamin Davis is going to benefit from these coaches, we don't have anybody else, man. There's nobody else. I do not want to watch David Mayo running around out there anymore.
We got to, a veteran linebacker and a veteran defensive end. Those 2 are must.
Right, but I don't want an old guy on the end of his fucking lead at the end. I mean, what's the Queen up?
Brian Burns is a guy that I'm targeting as a DN, and I know Big Simple don't like Patrick Queen, but if you're going to spend some money, I think that's the guy to do it with. If you want, and it looks like those, Witten and Quinn,
try to think of one linebacker from Baltimore that has ever been bad.
Oh, that's true. But
Terrell Dodson, who is an undrafted free agent, is up with the Bills. He's the fourth rated best linebacker in the entire NFL. Probably going to work. His contract, his market value is $3.5 million a year.
Okay,
that's a player. Do you know what I mean? Not a $1 million a year deal. Cody Barton, a David Mayo, as we talked about before. What was the guy who was always on skates but had his ankles broke? John Bostic. I mean, come on now, really?
Don't say his name.
That's the sort of people who pay out. Jeremiah Trotter in the draft from Clemson. That's another one who I want. You can do things here.
Interesting hire
of money.
Interesting hire this week was George Banco, defensive quality control, which he's an analytics guy from Alabama. So
yeah, absolutely, very young as well.
It's be very interesting to watch how his input comes into how we go about doing this, because we do need linebackers. We just do. The guys we have just aren't very good. And other than maybe Jamin Davis, none of them have any potential. Kaliki Hudson, look, man, I put up a tweet one day that said, I like Kaliki Hudson. He just doesn't have any thump. And then Kaliki Hudson laughed at it, right? And then he deleted the laughter thing. So, okay, I get you. And I take it back. You probably knocked the shit out of me, Kaliki. But I want somebody, we need somebody who's a playmaker, somebody who's going to be out there making plays that are impactful. Kaliki Hudson tries to make plays. He gets in the way of stuff, but he's just small. And I don't know, So we definitely need to upgrade in that area, and I'm gonna beat on that drum forever. I've been beating on that drum since I've been on this pod.
You know what? There's a lot of moves we can make here. I know you, Jesse, have already said Charles Leno swing tackle. I get that, completely understand that. But would you rather have can't remember the tackle's name out of the Patriots? I don't know if he's called Fant. Can't remember his name. Left tackle. He's played this season. He's their starting left tackle, and Lloyd Cushenberry at center. And you cut Logan Thomas and you cut Charles Leno. If you make him a post June 1st cut, it's $11 million on the cap.
I mean,
you're only paying $3 million in dead cap.
Let's be real honest here. The Patriots' offensive line wasn't good this year either. So
no, it wasn't.
I'm talking about moving Leno over to the right side and then go getting a left tackle, whether it's free agency or in the draft.
Trent Brown, well done. Thanks, Peter. I appreciate that.
It's just because the fact that we need both left and right tackle. We need both left and right defensive end. We need both.
We're not going to get a right
end.
tackle. We're paying one now. They're not going to go get another starter. I
think they might kick him inside. Because he's not a starter. He's not a starter. He's not starter worthy. There's no way they're going to trot him out there as a starting fucking tackle.
No, I hope not. But they got money invested now, and they got
left guard.
Yeah, he's better. He's better suited at guard. I mean,
but I loved what Cosme did last year. So can Cosme play left guard? I want. I'd be more trusting of moving Cosme in a more
type of staff.
Cosme on a radical move.
This is the type of staff and ownership group that I don't think they're going to give a fuck if they have to cut if they cut bait and have to eat it. They're not going to play fucking people that are going to fucking be revolving doors. It's not going to fucking happen.
Okay, and that's the thing. You look at Charles Leno's production. It was 28th out of 71 starting tackles. That's including both sides. I mean, it's not amazing, but you're not paying him amazing money at the same time. You know,
I don't give a shit.
Move him over to the right side. I don't give a shit
about money. Are you getting my quarterback hit? That's my.
That's what I'm saying.
Right.
That's exactly what I mean.
Hit? Don't tell me. Okay, well, I know he gets the quarterback hit every third play, but he's only getting paid, X amount of dollars. What?
No, I know.
I know that's not what you're saying.
For me, it needs a full retool, which you can get in that second pick if we stay pat at 2, or even if you want to trade down one spot and you're not in love with a guy, and you're quite comfortable with going with one of the 3 quarterbacks who'll be there, then maybe that's what you do. Pick up some more draft capital, or even trade back up into the first, like we did to get Montez Sweat back in the day. So there's bits we can do here. Honestly, I've just got to trust the process and trust that they're gonna.
Well, the tackle market in the draft is plentiful. There will be a tackle there at 34, or
sure, 100%.
So not that we can pick up a tackle in there. We're not going to be able to pick up 2 tackles. I don't see that happening at all, and that's why I'm saying, Leno, you're the right tackle. Wiley, you can sit on the fucking bench. Period. Because Wiley's not playing. He's not.
I hope not. Playing. I hope he's not playing.
There's no way.
Nope.
No,
I wouldn't even let him get a position flex to be the coffee boy.
He gave up the most. He had the biggest percentage of pass rush win rate. Against him in the entire NFL.
The thing is, you could still cut him and save $6 million against the cap. This is what I'm saying. You've got to do your due diligence on this team, and that's what they're talking about doing. I think so. Scouse, you're right. I think Wiley at left guard, maybe, don't know, but if not, because you're worried about the money that you're going to there.
Dude, it's like, what if they gave you a ham? What if you bought a Christmas ham, right, and you open the package and the anus is still on it? Would you cut it off? Would you cut it off? If you could save $5 million,
I'd make a video.
You take a video? Well, we have video. We have 17 games worth of that fucking pig's anus playing right guard last year, and that's the end of that. I hope they can follow it. Scott, I tell you what, man, you sound to me like you are ready for your front office job.
Oh, honestly, I'm obsessed with looking at the cap and who's out there and who can do what. This is my time of year. I love the off season. I love getting ready for the draft.
As a Commanders fan, how can you not? That's when we excel.
Yeah, but that's when we win. So it's like
I just think that as the official Bleeding Burgundy podcast name announcer or pronouncer. Yeah. You would do well in a front office, especially if you're like scouting out and there's Samoans and things like that.
Yeah.
Those get tough. You get like 5 vowels in a row. I don't know where to go with that shit.
Shout out to my Fijian brothers who serve with me in the military. Good lads. But they all look the same. Big and just big and bigger. That's about it.
And they have wild ass names. So okay, that's fine with me, man. Let them play. They're good offensive tackles.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's get over, since we're sitting here making fools of ourselves talking, let's get over to last week's pre-Super Bowl show that we had.
Do we have to?
Yes, we will. We're going to show you all this because a lot of people, we did this on Saturday afternoon here in the United States, which was Saturday night over there in the UK. And our good friends, Andy Burrows, Andy, Scouse Andy of the 1 Point Safety Show, and Scotty all got together in London. And we said, hey, man, why don't y'all go down to a pub and we'll podcast from there, right? So, Jesse, when I said pub, and we were talking about a pub, did you expect a pub like an old English pub with some fucking waxed wood that's been around since 1722?
That's what I was thinking.
Here's some leather that fucking
a nice fire roaring in the background.
Right, a pub, a fucking pub. Bunch of guys sitting around and got him green freaking sweaters. Oh, they would pint glasses and shit. I expected a pub, but we didn't get quite a pub. So anyway, we're going to show you some of the highlights.
The community
center. And of course, Scott being
it wasn't a gay bar.
It was a gay bar, says right. This is Kay Hart. For anybody that doesn't know, that is Scott's wife, and she's telling us the truth. He came home with lipstick on his collar, didn't he? Probably.
It was Scouse's.
Yeah, I know. That's the whole point. Do I still have that picture? I don't know if I still have that picture. We might as well show the picture that you guys tweeted out after the thing. There you go. There it was.
Yeah.
Everybody got together, and I had to take a. I don't know. Yeah. So, all right. So here we go. This was we're going to start it off with this. Here we have prim and proper Mr. Scott, our friend Scotty. He's down at
Sloshed and Scott.
Scott down in front of the Nag's Head pub here in downtown London. So, apparently Scouse is inside with Andy and a bunch of his mates. We're going to drop in on them in a couple of minutes. They're going to be awfully drunk. You can go in whenever you want, Scott. We don't really care. This show is meant to be chaotic, and I expected as such when we invited the whole pub in. Which I'm
Boy from America.
All right, so we got a Super Bowl. All right, Andy, check with everybody. What's their prediction? My God.
49ers going to win.
49ers? All right, we got 49ers from Nigel back there. We'll get to that in a few minutes. Oh, there's Scout.
Scouse put some hair gel in his hair.
He did. I'm telling you what. Scout said earlier he was going to try to pick some girl up, pick up some birds. I want to be there for that. I want to see that.
I'm live, yeah, with a
Hey, we already saw this.
Hey, what the fuck is that shit? What's going on here?
So that was rather tame. All right. I do like the fact that Scouse has to defend himself when that picture comes up and all his mates can see it. What the fuck is that, bro? What the fuck is that? That was kind of fun. All right, so we'll move on.
Hartley's fucked.
Oh, I can smell it as soon as he got on.
He's having a shit. I promise you now he's having a poo. I promise you now he's having a poo.
Fucking 10 shit, boy.
I'm not having a poo. He's having a poo.
10 shit, boy.
I promise you now, Scott Hartley is having a shit. Jesse, we need some strippers and $1 bills.
Yeah. Yeah, come on, Jesse, lad. Just mute them. Just mute them. Jesse, no, don't. Jesse,
Hartley's wife is in the chat.
Jesse, I need some $1 bills, brother.
I'll send some your way, my man.
Close. So he was definitely not having his shit.
What the fuck has happened to this podcast?
So he's having a shit.
We're going to have to show his wife what's been going on. Mrs. Hartley, I hate to break it to you, but...
To be fair, I look pretty good there, I'm not going to lie.
Look at my arms.
I did you a favor.
Slim down some.
John, I like that. John, I love my
He
arms.
looks pretty good. I mean, Jesus. I don't know.
I love that thing. I love that, bro.
Okay, people have actually tuned in to watch us talk
Let's
about
talk about the third draft pick of the draft. Who gives that fucking shit?
Why would I even have said pick me with the second pick? Wait.
destroying
Hartley,
Andy's
where are
reputation on social media.
Outside.
Are you having a poo?
Outside. That looks exactly like he boasts. That really does, man.
I'm not having a poo. I'm not having a poo. I'm not having a poo.
Yeah, okay. Oh, yeah.
Scott, you are such a chaperone. You were like this the whole
I try.
No,
I try.
We call Scott the pillow fluffer. He takes care of everything.
He's having a poo.
You got it.
Got some $1 bills and some ass.
All right. You know what? This was a great idea. I'm having a ball.
Oh, here he is. He's here. He's here.
Well, there they are. I want to know if Scouse thinks Andy's got something in his pocket, or it's just really, something
He's
else.
saying, I can't even hear what the fuck you're saying, bro. That's wasting my accent.
Scouse is ready to fight me. He's ready to throw down. What the fuck are you saying, bro? You're fucking with my accent.
Andy was on it from about 3:00 in the afternoon. And
we're gonna hear. You'll
okay.
give us the story.
Okay, I'm going to give you my Super Bowl prediction.
All right.
All right.
Washington ain't going to win it.
No shit.
You go with the bang,
You haven't got to eat this out of a prostitute's ass this time.
All right, I'm muting these guys right now.
Hello. All right. So
I didn't think this show could descend any further than it has, but it has.
He was scapegoated. I think it was more on that defense than anything else. I mean, you're 8th in passing, and I think 12th in running or something. That might be reversed.
Hurts was hurt too.
Yeah, and Jalen Hurts wasn't. He definitely was. Kingsbury goes off in the next 2 years, has a couple good years, and by chance he gets hired again. You got Brian Johnson right there in the wings just to take the offense over.
The inside of that bar looks like a community center.
It does.
It is a community center. It is a community center, but it's a proper bar. It's full on. I'll show you.
I've noticed there is not a woman in the place.
Burrows, can you hear me?
I haven't seen. Look at this.
Jesse.
I had such a blast when you said that.
Yeah, it's a community centre. It's legend. It's actually all right, to be fair. It's not a bad bar. I'll be honest with you. It's pretty good. But all the old style pubs have kind of gone now. It's all like new age, technical, proper shitholes. Yeah. To be honest, there's some characters. There's always some characters in places like that. That's
a proper shithole.
But yeah, it was a heavy night, shall we say, gentlemen. Got back to Burrows' about 11:30. He said, we'll have an after party. About 15 people piled into his flat, and it was like, okay, this is interesting. And I was like, I'm going to bed. I was like, I don't know about you, I'm going to bed. About an hour later, we did call you. Yeah.
All I know is I'm going to dread my liver when I make it across there next year.
I'm not having a poo.
Exactly, and I wasn't having a poo. Yeah, that's for sure.
We're not going to have that forever. All right, so let's see.
It is a community centre. It is a community centre, but it's a proper bar. It's full on. I'll show you.
I've noticed there is not a woman in the place.
Burrows, can you hear me?
I haven't seen. Look at this.
Jesse, I need some dollar bills and some strippers.
Oh, Jesus
Not
Christ.
in a place like that.
That is why you're on mute.
Yeah, I swear. I've noticed, Scott, there's no women in the place. Are you sure he didn't take you to the White Swallow?
Pour it on him. Pour it on Scotty. Pour it on Scotty.
This is why, whenever they say, do you want to come out with us? I'm like, well, I don't know. I'm not into all that homoeroticism that you guys get off on. It's a gay bar. Thank you. Scotty found himself in a gay bar.
No, I didn't. No.
No?
There is. Yeah. No.
Then, I mean, how do you explain this? I swear to God. Scotty found himself in a gay bar.
No, I didn't. No.
No?
There is. Yeah. No.
No. Scotty found himself in a gay bar.
No, I didn't. No.
No?
There is. Yeah. No.
He's all stuttering.
He thought somebody was looking him over in there.
No, it's not.
Scotty found himself in a gay bar.
No, I didn't. No.
No?
There is. Yeah. No.
Shit. It was a good night. It was a good night. I'll give it that. I think we finally got to bed at about 4 a.m. Scouse is asleep in his chair chatting to a Broncos fan who looked like Jesus. Yeah, it was bizarre. It was bizarre. I just set my bed up and went, night. And that was it. I went to bed in the middle of the front
Scotty
room.
found himself in a gay bar.
No, I didn't. No,
No?
there is. Yeah. No,
Then-
I know.
All right. So anyway, I
did not
think you're
see
right.
any females there, so
No, I don't see any women there.
the
There you
waitress. Okay.
Oh, there she goes.
There you go.
There's one. Hi.
A little longer than a few minutes later.
You're
You're live right now.
All right, guys.
What's going on? Hey, Burroughs.
Hey, what is that?
Burroughs.
Waitress again! It's the waitress! One of them waitresses could be a waitress!
Called her a waitress.
A waitress? Who
that
called
was
her a
me.
waitress?
No, called
Well,
Jessy.
no.
Who called her a
Let me
waitress?
explain myself.
Absolutely
Can
stunning
she hear me?
woman.
Can she hear me?
Yeah, she can hear you.
Hang on, Jessy, so she can hear you.
Yes, she
Let-
can,
let me-
and she will catch a
No, go on, go.
Let me explain myself. You didn't let me explain myself.
Yes, I know you didn't have a chance to because that's when the
I want to know
Jaeger.
what a minger is. What is a minger in proper English?
Not a very good looking
A
woman.
minger.
A
Well,
minger.
she was cute.
Yeah.
Well, that's what you get when you go to the YMCA for a Super Bowl party.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, Jessy, hang on,
Oh,
look,
yeah.
look what we got. Look what we got.
Ooh. Oh man, look at that.
Jesus Christ, is it Jaeger bomb time? Oh no. Think about my
Harley's
diabetes.
wife.
Tara,
I need
if
a
you're still-
stripper.
Tara, if you're still in the chat, I'm not drinking this.
12 seconds later.
I love
You
it.
look like you were about to vomit.
Grim, mate. They are
I'm
absolutely
not
grim.
drinking
You
this.
know as well as you know as well as I do. We had some in DC, but they can't make them in DC like they do over here. You only need a little bit of Red Bull and then the Jägermeister, not half a pint of Red Bull, which is not great. But when you can't have too much sugar, I'll drink a sugary drink. That'll do it. Yeah.
Well, they give you all that Red Bull so you can stay up and just spend more money and get alcohol poisoning by the end of the night.
Pretty much.
Mm.
Pretty much. So that was our adventure.
Absolutely,
Drunk lads
yeah.
in England. That was fun. I kind of enjoyed that. Anyway, so there we
Yeah,
go.
drunk guys in England at bar Hershey Squirts.
That's right. They were at the Nag's Head Pub. All right. So anyway,
Excellent. Yeah.
we're enjoying our draft picks. I think that it's funny watching everybody right now out there on Twitter going berserk over absolute non-stories right now. Right. Because that's all you're going to get. We're back into lying season right now. And it doesn't matter what anybody says about anybody. Oh my God. All you people going nuts about Caleb Williams pictured in a dress. Holy shit. Let's just be too real clear. You don't live in the same world he does. While you're out there fucking stirring up concrete or whatever, laying out fucking roof shingles or helping somebody at Home Depot or whatever the fuck it is you do. What you're not doing is living in Hollywood as the starting quarterback of USC with NIL money on the table. All right. So they take, they probably got pictures of him and even weirder shit. All right. Just so they, on the off chance somebody says, we can sell you like this. Boom. Tom Brady sold Uggs for fuck's sake. Remember that?
I mean, look, LeBron James wore a dress.
Wearing a dress don't mean jack shit. In England, that's
Yeah.
pretty much a rite of passage. Didn't you guys all wear dresses over there?
We got
It's
killed.
like-
They did it in Scotland. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought. But the fact of the matter is, it's a promotional picture. It's something to put in his portfolio, and that's it. And it does more than just say, "Here's what I look like in a dress." It's like, "Here's what I look like in this color red. This is what I look like." This, man. When it comes to advertising, especially at that kind of level, y'all have no idea how that shit works, and how people get jobs. Man, it can be just a trick of your bone right here, and that's it. So, that said, I kind of like him. I think with Cliff Kingsbury being
David Beckham.
Who the fuck is David Beckham?
He means Beckham, but it's funny. Beckham.
I missed that. What do we got here? Oh, David
He's
Beckham.
got a ham on his back. He's on about David Beckham wearing a sarong. So when
He's
he
thinking
wore
about a
sarong-
bacon sandwich is what he's doing. Andy,
Maybe.
Scouts he's probably got a little hungry. He was like, David Beckham.
I love you, Scouts. You are a lad. But yeah.
So did Scouts have? All right, so you were telling me about the nightmare trip that you had home from London from that pub. Actually, not.
Oh yeah.
After you slept it off. Oh yeah,
but yeah.
You drive a little.
It just took forever to get home. So from Scousers, it took me about what would be a 2-hour journey. It took me about 4.5. So yeah, not great at all. I got to the electric charger and was like, oh yeah, I'll charge it. Didn't work. Felt brilliant. So I went to the one that we charged it at the day before near Scouser's house, and I was like, yeah, I'll give it a whirl here. Oh, it worked. I thought brilliant. I'm sat in it for 10 minutes, then it broke. I was like, oh no. So I thought I'll go and get another one, and then luckily I found another one and it worked, and I was like, brilliant. Sat there for an hour and a half, and then eventually got home. So yeah, not ideal. Don't buy an electric car, everyone. There you go. That's the moral of the story. Buy an electric car with a bigger battery, or take the other car that uses petrol. Yeah, that might help.
Take the train. Fuck off. Anyway, so that was a hell of a journey on down there to see Andy at his posh apartment at his YMCA bar. That was nice.
Posh. It's nothing about that place is posh, mate. That's for sure.
Hey,
everybody likes bacon.
Everybody, yeah, right. Everyone does like bacon.
Now, is it you like crispy bacon or chewy bacon?
I like it right between.
See, this is the difference. You see, bacon over there is not bacon. That's just fat that you guys eat. I don't understand. I mean, streaky bacon is what we would call your bacon is what we call streaky bacon here. We have back bacon, so it's off the back of a pig, obviously, hence back bacon. It's more like Canadian bacon, as you guys would call it. It's just thicker sliced, which is
we have back bacon.
Nice.
In the United
Canadian
States.
Bacon is just
usually just got a tattoo on it that used to say Petunia, but now it's spread out, and it's and you can see back bacon really walking in the wild in pretty much
Gorlock.
Yeah.
Gorlock the Destroyer.
Oh my god! Somebody fucking shooting a walrus in Jesse's neighborhood.
The floorboards creaking.
Floorboards are scorched. All right. I think once we get to the point in the show where we're actually cutting farts for fun, it's time to go. So I'm sure we all had some good fun with everybody on the podcast today, especially because I would say to Jesse, are you having a poo? Are you having a poo?
I'm not having a poo. I'm not having a poo.
Every 2 seconds, he having a poo. Or talking about strippers. I was like, wow, Andy, just shut up, man.
Oh no! I missed it. Where is it that? Why don't I have the one where he's asking for some fanny? Scotty found himself in a gay bar.
No, I didn't.
That's not it.
I don't know. Yeah.
I don't know where the one is where he's demanding some fanny. Is this it? Let me see.
Still Jack Del Rio baffles the shit.
Yeah, you notice Jesse's trying his best in some of these to actually continue to have a podcast.
He is.
We just muted them and they're down there just going away. So yeah, let me see if this is his demand for fanny.
I mean, still Jack Del Rio baffles the shit out of me how he can have a badass defense 1 year, suck 1 year.
Can you hear us?
I can hear you.
Jesse, this is for you, brother.
Thank you.
Love you, man.
Don't puke it up.
No, please.
I tell you what, Jesse, those Jaeger bombs don't taste any different to they do in DC, mate.
It's the same?
Then they're all.
But Jesse, all I need now is a stripper and some fanny. We're good.
Jesus, why do you think I freaking mute you?
Fanny? He needs some fanny. Get that man some fanny.
No. Karen, if you're watching, I'm driving home tomorrow. It will be okay. I promise you.
No, Scott, you are in charge of finding some fanny for that man.
I am not. That is a certainty, John. That is absolutely not.
He's not going to be able to do anything with it if he finds it.
John, he's been absolutely drunk since about 3:00 this afternoon.
Oh yeah.
No surprises here.
It's now 9:30. So I'd be lucky if we left at 11.
Oh, well,
I don't know about that.
The same about My name's Scott Hartley. Where the fuck are you? Where the fuck are you, Scott Hartley? You little fucking cunt.
Right, listen. I'm gonna get off this. I'm gonna get off this podcast. Sorry,
my
boys.
name's Scott.
What's
My
your
name's Scott, and I'm a
give me your Super Bowl
professional.
picks.
I'm gonna do the fucking
Super Bowl pick.
podcast. Fuck all of you, knobhead.
Super Bowl
big
pick. I'm
fucking
going
penis.
Kansas City Chiefs.
I ain't scared to
27.
hear you, big fucking knobhead. We're still here, bro. We're still here, bro.
Wait a minute.
49ers
Go ahead.
17. 27-17 Kansas City.
There you go.
All
Put
right.
it in the bigger
Right.
box.
Were you
when
putting money
get
on
back
it?
home.
Yes, I am.
What are you gonna put?
Don't fucking mute us,
500.
you absolute fucking penis. I'm gonna
500.
fucking pin you.
All right. Put that in the big ball split.
I'll see you soon.
No, this
All right,
Wait, Jesse, here's a fucking prediction. We're gonna
I
win
got
the
a
fucking
prediction.
Super Bowl.
Andy's gonna puke
Next
within
5 years.
2 hours.
Yeah, Jaeger bomb prediction. We're gonna win the fucking Super Bowl next year, boys. No, 5
Jesus
years, man.
Christ! Now we know you're drunk.
Really? Now you know it's drunk?
Who's Hartley? Who's fucking Hartley?
John, you got to get some cut up. You need to go through this and get some cut up.
Best
I'm
podcast
definitely
ever.
I agree. Podcast ever.
Don't fucking mute us.
Yeah. Oi, knobhead! Knobheads! Knobheads!
Scott Hartley. Rah, 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 rah. I'm Scott Hartley. That was too stupid.
I was trying to hold it together, but yeah. Anyway,
I don't know why. I'll tell you what,
no
man.
idea.
When he's talking about getting some fanny, your face is like, I tell you what, it's going to take a second. It takes like a minute for it to get there, but it's worth watching, Scott. Just pay attention. Scott's like Larry on the Three Stooges. If you just watch Scott during these things, you will have more entertainment. I just need to find it.
Still, Jack Del Rio baffles the shit out of me how he can have a bad.
Like right there. I don't know. He might actually be having a poo. Look at that face.
Still, Jack Del Rio baffles the shit out of me how he can have a badass defense 1 year, suck 1 year.
Can you hear us?
I can hear you.
Jesse, this is for you, brother.
Thank
We
you.
love you, man.
Don't puke it up.
Oh, no, please.
I tell you what, Jesse, those Jaeger bombs don't taste any different to they do in DC, mate.
It's the same.
Then they're all.
But Jesse, all I need now is a stripper and some fanny. We're good.
Jesus, why do you think I freaking mute you?
Fanny. He needs some fanny. Get that man some fanny.
No, Karen, if you're watching, I'm driving home tomorrow. It will be okay. I promise you.
Thank God.
No, it's not. Oh,
Your
imagine
wife
being
is
done
calling.
Oh, she's just done me in the chat again. Oh.
I swear to God, Scotty, you are a little old man before your time. As soon as he starts talking about it, his face goes, I do not approve. Scott does not approve.
I am not approved, Andy, that's for sure. But
Oh, dude, that was too much fun. Nobody got hurt.
It was a
everything
great,
over, and it was funny.
a great
I just
weekend,
don't understand
to be fair.
the proclivity for you British lads to always hang on each other while you're drinking.
I've
My God,
no idea.
Scott and Scouse, Scouse and Andy wouldn't let each other go. Oh my God. It's like watching a bunch of gorillas running around outside there. They're always grabbing each other.
That's true. That's true, Cameron. Absolutely.
I don't know.
idea.
Does that look the same?
I think so.
I guess if you're watching in black and white.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Oh God. But yeah, funny. What a great weekend. I mean, it's good. It's always good to go and see Burrows. He wants to come up for a draft party now, so I don't know what's going to happen there. We'll see.
Oh, we're going to have to tune in. We will have to tune
yeah.
in for that. Yes, we will have to, because I saw you today talking to the Scottish lad that jumped in on your podcast last night. So yeah. Scouse, you're probably right. I did like it when we went up to the bar and Scouse and Andy are hanging on each other, and Scouse is doing the
the gang signs.
He's doing whatever it means. I don't know. Westminster, whatever it means. I don't know. But, and then the bartender comes up and Scouse just gives him the old, oh, hello. I get such a kick out of it. But you, Scott, you need a cardigan, you need a pipe, and you need a hat, and you need to be yelling at people to get the fuck off of your lawn.
Absolutely. Oh, dear. Yeah.
All right. So anyway, that's been our show today. I hope everybody had a good time watching these guys be drunken and ridiculous, just like we have. Me, I'm too old to do that kind of shit out in public anymore because I just can't get myself to that kind of drunkenness anymore. And even though Andy would take that as a goddamn challenge, trust me when I tell you, if I came out with his first thing to his face,
just ask Keith. He'll tell you. He'll tell you exactly how it is.
Oh, I know. I saw how it was, but that's okay, and I don't mind that kind of thing. That's why I always, I can't anyway, and we know why. But hey, I thought that was interesting. He took you to a gay YMCA with a. By the way, Jesse, I hope you learned your lesson. She's not a waitress. She's not a waitress. Look, we got called wankers. We got called. What was the other thing she called us? I can't remember. She called us something else. But she's not a waitress. She's a tart.
That's true.
Tart.
There you go. She's a
Very
tart.
true.
All right. So I don't know when we'll see you guys next. I guess we'll get. We're going to take a break here for a little while. I hope because I usually get to the point where we're at the end of the show where I really got to piss. My leg has been bouncing up and down here for a good long while. But
Right, okay.
as it gets closer to free agency, we'll pop in and we'll, as news occurs, unless anything big happens, which I don't see. Our coaching staff is in place. We can't do anything unless we're going to re-sign any players. And I think the only player that anybody's really looking at with any interest would be Cam Curl. I mean, there might be some lower level players that might be re-signed, but we'll find out what's going on with that. And look, I'm not having an emergency pod because we signed some guy to an emergent or to a fucking futures contract.
Terrell Burgess has gone to a futures contract. Yeah, thanks for that, John. Yeah.
I didn't do that. Hey, my hands are clean. You saw Jesse doing this for the last of my life?
No, I didn't see that. He's trying to find stuff.
He's trying to find the button. There he is. He's playing with.
There he is.
There he's playing with the buttons.
Disco Scotty.
Hey, Scotty found himself in a gay bar.
No, I didn't. No,
No.
there is. Yeah. No.
They did.
What do
Dear
you?
me.
All right. Then. So we'll see you guys when we see you next, and I'm not sure when that'll be. But till then, you know what? Go hit the like buttons and all that kind of shit. You know how to do it. You listen to the podcasts, and they tell you how to do it. So just go do it for us too.
Thanks everybody for being in the chat. Appreciate you all. I'll try and interact as much as I possibly can in there. But yeah, thanks guys. Appreciate you tuning in.
Yeah, man. We'll see you later. And if anybody's in there drinking, Scott will frown at you.